So this is just a quick review of Ed Ciardullo Garden Center, which is now in Mount Hope. They just moved in January from their old location, which was on Upper James and Alderley Avenue, just south of Rymel Road. So this is approaching the intersection of Homestead and Airport Road. There you can see the address for your devices if you need it. I'm showing the way from Caledonia, so from the south. Normally I would come from Hamilton, but I had to pick up something at a farm south of Mount Hope. So normally I would come from Hamilton. You would just take the off-ramp into Mount Hope. But if you're coming from this way, it's just past the library, which is on your right, and you see police cruiser on your left. Don't worry, I wasn't speeding. But there you can see the library, and just past that is the entranceway. In the distance there you can see Upper James and the off-ramp if you're coming from the north. And as you enter you see the sign, and it's a decent sized parking lot. I was surprised because it's not a very large building, but apparently this is an old building for cows that was renovated, and it's got a nice steel roof and exposed timbers inside, so I'll show you that in a minute. But a decent sized building with they sell both indoor and outdoor plants. So I had talked to one of the staff and they said they do plan to eventually be open year-round. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of landscaping materials. So Ed has always been known for selling, decorative rocks, potato stone, river rock, things like that, gravel, screening. So he has a good supply of that. He probably has more in the back, but I wasn't really shopping for that. There you can see large bags. I believe these were 80-liter bags of cedar mulch. So I just got a couple bags of the natural. So they are quite large, and they do cover a decent square footage. I think they're 3 cubic square feet, the size of the bag. All right, and as you spin around, you can see on the side of the building they have bags of peat moss, triple mix, different types of potting mixes and garden soils. And if you need a hand, just ask them. They do have a machine to, if you're buying in bulk, they can forklift it onto your truck as well, your vehicle. And there you can see Upper James in the distance. So yeah, it is a quite deep lot. They have quite a number of shrubs and trees. You can see cedar trees there, and I didn't go all the way back because that's not what I was shopping for this day, but they have a good stock of them right now. There you can see a few empty tables. They said they were waiting on a delivery of perennials too, but they did have good supply of vegetables and onions and chives and things like that. Lots of annuals in. So I was pretty impressed by their selection. They have a lot indoors as well that they hadn't brought out. But there you can see petunias and pansies and tomatoes, peppers, quite a bit of vegetable selection right now. And decent prices, I would say, on par with most garden centers, or a little bit less. And this is some of the racks in the front. But they always seem to have sometimes out of the ordinary perennials as well, so something you may not be able to find. Even I was looking for Thai basil and they happen to have it, so I think they had like 8 or 9 different types of basil, so I was lucky to find that. And this is the interior of the old cow barn, and you can see the exposed timbers and quite a number of indoor and outdoor plants, a lot of coleus. They had a lot of cut leaf coleus, which is kind of neat too. You don't see a lot of those. So the barn is quite a large indoor space. She said, if you don't see something outside that you're looking for, it's likely inside, because they're still sorting things out. Like I found the Thai basil was inside. Yeah, so interesting plants, avocado. They had some fig trees in there, which I'll show you in a minute. A lot of stuff on racks that could either be inside or outside at this time. Some succulents. So quite a variety inside. And there at the back of the store you have your your bamboo stakes, little mini fences, landscaping fabric, chicken wire, things like that. and a lot of supplies for indoor plants, some pest control items, and hanging baskets are just some of them are in the front and a few are at the back. And all the carts are there at the front as well. And the day I was there, they seemed to have quite a bit of stock in, so I'm not sure when they actually opened for the season, but they did move in January was the time that they were setting up the store and the yard, I guess, is what they were saying. So there you can see, you know, the burning bushes, shrubs. They actually have a decent selection of spirea too, which I'll show you in a second, but yeah, different sizes of not only cedar, but you know, juniper, something like that, cut leaf, Japanese maple here at the back, and in different colors as well. So a decent variety, and the prices, I say, would be pretty fair. So at the time of this video was mid-spring, so he had quite a bit of stock in and a good variety. So obviously as the season progresses, there's going to be less and less, so it's a good time to get out there and see what they have. Now I didn't explore the very back of the lot, but there you can see there's a kind of a Quonset hut structure there, and some more plants at the very back and trees. And they did have a decent selection of, you know, like purple sand cherry, spirea type plants. I kind of like this one. Had almost like a fern-like leaf structure, and the colors are quite nice. Of course, you have to have the room for anything that. Always keep in mind when you're buying shrubs or even small, you know, like rhododendron or a bush. Make sure you do have the room for it, because a lot of people make the mistake of, you know, their eyes are bigger than their garden, and they tend to buy something and then it overgrows an area. So always do a little bit of research if you can. So this is back inside. There you can see a mix of indoor and outdoor plants, but quite a variety. Some decor items, some planters, and supplies for indoor plants. There's even pest control items there, and some potting soil for when you're doing your seed starting. And you can see some you know, shepherd's hooks and some trellis, and some chemicals for indoor and outdoor, different sprays and fertilizers, and the Pro Mix bags, again for either seed starting or for indoor plants, some soils, specialty soils, and a decent selection of seed packs, and even fig trees, so I was surprised to see those. But yeah, just a quick review of their new location. And please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and have more videos on the way. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.